Hello and welcome to the Nutley Cisco Academy. Today's lesson is on configuring a basic switch for console connections and connecting that switch to a router and pinging between the PC, switch, and router. Seems like a lot, but it's not. I will paste in the notes at the end. So let's get started. All right, here is Cisco Packet Tracer. This is version 8 of the Packet Tracer. Some options I'm doing right now. So I'll go to Options and Preferences. And you will see the options I currently have. Show device labels, disable auto cabling. I'll take the metric system out because we are here in America. Show blinking lights. We don't need to play telephone sounds right now. For this activity, we will not be using them. I'm going to uncheck that. And then you're going to see you got administrative, show and hide, and we're going to go to fonts. The fonts are right now probably on your machine set like all the way down here to like 8. I always move mine because I'm now old. I move it to about 12. And I change my CLI to about 14 or 12, making it a little easier to read. So I'll put them all at 12. You can change the background colors. Some kids like to do that, but I am not. So I'm going to click Apply and then close up. And that's what it looks like. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take out a PC. So I'm going to click on Network Devices here at the bottom. You should make sure you see it. So you got End Devices. Here's a PC. I'm going to drag and drop a PC. So I click, drag, drop the PC on. I'm going to click back to End Devices, and you're going to get the bottom option here, which are End Devices. And we're going to get a router. So let's not grab that router. Let's go and grab this 1941 router. And now we're going to go back down here to switch and grab the 2960 switch. So we've got these 3 devices. And now, as I told my students many times, during a test, I'll lock the devices so you can't click on it and jump right to it. You can take a look at it, but this I lock to make sure they have to console in to the machine. So you're going to click on the lightning bolt. Click on this light blue one. This is a console cable. So if you see, it says console on it. We're going to click here, RS-232. That's the console port to a console port. So from there, we are now going to start configuring this. So let's go to the PC. And from here, we're going to click on Desktop, Terminal, keep all of the settings the way they are, and press OK. This switch is already booted up, so it's got all the info in it waiting for you, which we'll cover in another lesson. It says press return to get started. So I'm going to hit the return key. And now you got switch, and it just says switch. But we're going to rename this. So we're going to go through the process of this. So we're going to type in enable, which changes our configuration mode. And then we're going to type in conf T, that's shortcut, which is configure terminal. You can also do it the other way. So I'm going to type in exit so you can see by typing the entire word out. So you can type in CONF, configure terminal, and you get to the same place. So I will shortcut as we go along, but I'll try to make sure I keep everything in full view of you. So let's now do the host name. So you can see the host name change. We're going to make the host name S0. Match the switch name that's right there on the screen. Even though it says switch 0, I'm making it S0. Just so you can see there is a difference of switch to S0. Now we're going to do our line consoles. Line con 0. Password Cisco. Login. Line VTY 0 through 15. This is a switch, so there's 16 ports. Password Cisco. In. And then we are going to actually do the next thing, which is interface VLAN 1. And we're going to put an IP address on it. So it's IP address 192.168.1.2. The reason I'm choosing 2 is going to be the second address on our network. So, and I'll give it a Class C unsubnetted network IP subnet mask. And then I'm going to tell it not to turn itself off, which is the no shutdown command. So now it is up and running. I'm going to close this because we've now configured the switch to what we wanted to do. And now we're going to take this cable out of here. And we're going to put it into the console port of this router and do the same thing. I'm going to go to the terminal, make sure all the settings are the same, and press OK. You'll see this is also booted up with all the great info. And it says, would you like to enter initial configuration dialog? Never choose yes. So if you're skipping this video when you're going through, you're going to probably click yes. Do not click yes. Type in no. You don't want to go there. If you have chose yes, just delete the router and start over again. All right. So it says press return to get started. So I hit return and it says router greater than sign. We're going to use the same thing we did before. Enable, configure, and then we're going to change the host name to make it R0 for router 0. Then we're going to put our line consoles in. Line console 0. Password Cisco. Login. And then we're going to go line VTY 0 through 4. Password Cisco. Login. And now we're going to put an interface in. Interface G0/0, which is gigabit Ethernet 0/0. Or let's actually type it all the way up for you guys so you can see what it looks like. I'm a bad speller, so I'm going to copy and paste it in. That is our gigabit Ethernet 0/0. They're going to put an IP address in. And we're going to make it the first address of the network. So 192.168.1.1. Subnet mask 255.255.255.0 unsubnetted. And we're going to tell it to not shut itself off. And boom. Now the state is changed to up. Now we're just waiting to plug everything in. So everything looks like it's working fine. So I'm going to close this, and now we're going to make some cables. So I'm going to leave this console port here just so you can know that it's still working. I'm going to go to right here. There's different cables. There's crossover cables, which we're not going to play with. We're going to go with copper straight through cables. Fast Ethernet 0. We're going to plug it into switch port F01. It doesn't matter which one you put it into. I'm going to put in F01. And then I'm going to take the next cable and I'll put it, let's say, in F02. And I'm going to plug it into the port we configured, G00. Now, right now, the switch is blocking each one of these. They're negotiating if they want to talk to each other. So in a couple of seconds, they will go from green here and orange here to green, green, and then everything's going to turn green. And then we're going to ping to make sure this is all working. So this connection is now solid. It's green on both sides. This one will come on in about a second or two. There is a way to fast forward through time and jump into the future, but we could just wait. So now everything is green. Now the last part of this activity is to ping. We're going to make sure we can connect to stuff here. So this PC now needs an IP address. And we're going to give it the third address of the network, which is 192.168.1.3. And we'll just let the subnet mask pop in by itself. But it needs a default gateway. The default gateway is router 0. So 192.168.1.1. Do not worry about the DNS. We have not set a DNS server. And I'm going to hit X right here, which kind of closed it, and I didn't want to do that. So I'll just reopen it. Let's go to the command prompt. And it says C:\\/ greater than sign. Now I'm going to type in the word ping. And we're going to ping the router first. Always see if you can get to the end of your network. And that means everything is working. If you get to the end, you're good. 192.168.1.1, you hit enter. There you go. You sent out 4 replies. You got 4 replies back. All right. So that worked out great. That means your network is working from here all the way to here. But let's see if we can ping the switch now. So ping 192.168.1.2, which is the switch. And let's see what we get on the switch. We get anything? Timed out. There we go. The switch replied back. Now, students always ask, why didn't the first one go through? I said the first one, it hit the switch, but the switch ignored it. And then it saw 3 more packets coming and acknowledged. It's like when your parents talk to you, you don't acknowledge the first time they say it. They have to say it multiple times before it's listened to. So if I was to ping again, I won't get a request timed out. So I'm going to hit the up arrow key and I'll hit enter now. And there you go. All the requests came back perfect. So that is our activity right now. And I'm going to paste in the info so you can see. So you can pause the video after I paste everything in so you can see what we have. I'm going to go to my notepad right here and paste it in. So those are all the commands we used. So you can pause the video now and write everything down that you need. So this will work for you. So thank you for watching. And please like and subscribe. Not least Cisco Academy. Bye now.